Let me tell you about time value of money, or TVM for short. Time value of money is an important concept to understand in order to really get at the fine details of money. Now, there are lots of people who do not understand time value of money and get by just fine. And the question is, should you worry about time value of money? And hopefully, through this video, a series of videos related to time value of money, I can convince you that it is a skill that you should develop and develop as quickly as possible so as to understand the finer nuances of handling money. So, time value of money, or TVM, starts with the very simple idea that a dollar received tomorrow is worth less than a dollar today. Okay, so think about that for a second. If somebody promised you a dollar tomorrow, or tomorrow can be anything from literally tomorrow to a year from now, what is its value today? Is it still a dollar? Dare to just say that probably 80% of the people around would say yes. But that's not the correct answer. And the answer is that it's less than a dollar. Now, how much less than a dollar that the worth is today is a function of when you're getting that dollar in the future. If it's literally tomorrow, then it's probably still worth a dollar today. But if it's a dollar that you receive a year from now, it's safe to say that it's going to be probably a little less than a dollar today, maybe 95 cents, 96 cents, and so on. Similarly, if you had to pay out a dollar today, its value a year from now is going to be more than a dollar. And again, how much more is a function of when that tomorrow happens to be. If it's literally tomorrow, then it's probably still going to be a dollar. But if it's, a year from now, then it's safe to say that it's going to be worth more than a dollar. Now, this simple truth has far-reaching consequences, right? In terms of valuing what something is truly worth today. Again, as I said before, that a number of many people around you, and you can try this out for size. Go around asking people around you about this concept, and you will see that a lot of people just have no idea. They will simply, if you tell them a certain series of dollar amounts or whatever numbers over time, and say what is its true worth today, they'll just simply add up those numbers and give you a total. And the answer is that's not accurate, because one thing you cannot do is you cannot sum across, well, in this case, money across times. You can sum dollar amounts, or in this case, we're talking about dollar figures because that's, personal finance is the topic. But you can only add dollar figures that occur at the same point in time. That's appropriate. But across time, if there's a payout occurring at time one and another payout occurring at time two, time three, and so on, you cannot simply add these dollar amounts to get a total. You have to accurately adjust them for time value of money. And that's what we'll be spending some time discussing. So I want to leave you with one thought in this segment. That's one direct consequence of time value of money is that when you have to pay out something like a bill, for example, the most optimal move for you is to wait until the last possible second, last possible minute to pay it. Of course, you don't want to be late by the same token. So getting it just right at the last minute so that you're not late is the appropriate strategy. Certainly not paying in advance. By the same token, when you're owed money from somebody, that you are about to receive money from someone, get it as quickly as you can. Don't delay on that. So that's something that will, if you just remember those two things, it's going to be useful for you down the road.